Hey everyone, my name's Kaitlyn Ockerman and I am taking over the Pine Crest Instagram account today. Follow along as I take you throughout my day. Hey everyone, so post-cycle class, I am now ready for work. I'm really lucky that I live about a mile from the office, so I have a couple of ways that I could commute to work. I could drive, or Charlotte has a really cool public transportation option called the light rail, which is a really good option for people who live on or nearby light rail stops. I'm kind of in between two light rail stops, so for me, typically I will walk in to work. So let's take a little walk. So, what do I do at Wells Fargo? I manage and forecast the budget for Strategy, Digital, and Innovation, or SDI. Day to day, I work mainly in Excel or PowerPoint, making decks and communicating directly with the business executives for SDI to ensure that we are all aligned on our financial goals, making sure that they meet our strategic objectives. You may be asking, what is SDI? The Strategy, Digital, and Innovation team forges the strategic direction of Wells Fargo by helping the company create an innovative digital banking experience that allows customers to more easily achieve their financial goals. When I think of SDI, top of mind, I think about the Wells Fargo mobile app, or more specifically, the Wells Fargo AI tool, Fargo, that SDI created. So prior to my current role, after graduating from UVA, I actually joined the Wells Fargo Finance Rotational Program, which is a 2-rotation program. So my first rotation was actually with SDI, and my second rotation was with Corporate Investment Banking Markets Group. I had a really positive experience with both groups and both rotations. At the end of my program, I decided to join SDI full-time and return to that first rotation for my full-time position. I definitely encourage everybody, if you are a college senior looking for a full-time position, to seek out rotational programs. I think they're a really great opportunity to explore other groups and opportunities within your organization. Joining a rotational program is also a great way to have a built-in network from day one. I know when I first joined the Wells Fargo rotational program, from that very first day, I received a peer buddy who had already gone through the program as well. Today, as a graduate from the program, I myself am a peer buddy to current program analysts as well as to the intern on our team. So I definitely encourage people to explore opportunities in rotational programs as well as internships so that you can, expand and grow your network. Pine Crest has some of the most incredible teachers. Not only do they impart knowledge, but they also prepare you for life beyond the classroom. To give a special shout out to a few of those who have impacted me and my life, I'll give a shout out to Mrs. Zimmerman, Senora Gomez, Mrs. Saunders, Mrs. Sangenis, Mrs. McKee, and Mrs. Savoca, and of course all of my performing arts instructors, but just to name a few of them, Miss Kim and Mrs. Brooke, Mrs. Gooden, Mrs. C and Mrs. Boyd, Mr. Malone, Mr. Testa, and Mrs. Fasula. So thank you guys all so much. What advice do I have for PC students? Get involved in different activities. Join different clubs or sports or organizations that align with your interests. Don't be afraid to, step out of your comfort zone or get involved in a different activity. High school is a great time to explore new hobbies. For me, it was the opportunity for me to branch out and get involved in robotics and be a founding member of the Crown Jewels robotics team. This was a completely different and polar opposite activity than the performing arts, which was my typical activity, being involved in the ballets, the musical, and choir. But Pine Crest allowed me the opportunity to do all four. And through all of these activities, I had the opportunity to forge strong bonds and lasting relationships with everyone involved. I chose UVA because I wanted to attend a school that had a really good balance between academics, social life, athletics, and school spirit. At UVA, when you walk on grounds, almost everyone is in some sort of UVA gear and has a lot of school spirit. UVA is also really known for its academic rigor, but they're also able to, maintain a really good work-life balance. And then from, a size perspective, UVA was the perfect size for me, where when you're walking around grounds, you're able to, see familiar faces or see someone you know, but by fourth year, I was still, making more friends and meeting new people. So it was really the best of both worlds. Pine Crest prepared me exceptionally well for attending UVA. I would say that UVA and Pine Crest are very similar in the fact that they both have an honor code, and they both take that honor code and hold it in very high regard. I will say that one of the most valuable lessons that Pine Crest taught me was the lesson of time management. While I was at Pine Crest, we were all juggling, extracurriculars in addition to all of our classes. And so I think being able to take that skill of time management into college was vital to my success at UVA, and then bringing that time management skill into my job at Wells Fargo has been key. Welcome to Charlotte. So I am partial to the South End area. That's just because I live in South End. But for everybody who is not familiar with the Charlotte geography, Charlotte is made up of a bunch of little neighborhoods, and South End is the area where all of the post-grads live. And otherwise, besides South End area, I would say I'm kind of familiar with NODA. A bunch of my friends are starting to buy houses in that area, so I guess I'll be more familiar now with it as I'll start going there more often. In terms of restaurants, I'd say a couple of my favorites are 300 East, Yamazuro, and Flower Shop. My favorite thing about living in Charlotte is that there is always something to do, whether that's going to a Panthers game or going to a brewery with friends on the weekend. There's always something going on. One of my favorite things to do, though, however, is going on a walk on the rail trail in South End and grabbing up a bite to eat. My advice, though, for making friends is joining a workout group. So for me, that was through Cycle Bar. So every morning I will go to Cycle Bar, and I found that I was able to join a really great community of girls. And now every Sunday we will go to brunch, and we're able to catch up, and we celebrate each other's milestones, and it's a really great opportunity for us to connect. So definitely encourage you to connect and join a group.